This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So in this session, we'll understand about how we can actually deploy the final dashboard. When we are creating a dashboard, what we'll do is we'll be having so many sheets. It can be a reporting sheet, it can be a home page, it can be calculation sheet, it can be menu sheet, it can also be a data sheet. But what we have to do is while giving to the client, or say you want to share this workbook with someone, we have to hide all the calculation sheet. If you see this, we have this is the calculation sheet. Here we have the calculation sheet. So that's why when we're actually creating the dashboard, I'll tell you guys to name it as underscore calci so that it will become easy for me to recognize this sheet as calculation sheet. Now wherever you see this calculation sheet, we can hide that. Now in hiding, there are different ways of hiding. I'll just show you. First, we'll see what all sheets has to be hidden. Here we have this sheet to be hidden, then data has to be hidden, and menu sheet has to be hidden. Now, when I actually hide a sheet, let's say I'll go here, I'll hide this sheet, right click, and I'll say hide. If I hide this sheet, what will happen? There are chances that the user can right click and he can say unhide, he can unhide this. But if you think that this sheet should be hidden such a way that the user will not be able to unhide this, we'll go here, say Alt F11, we'll go to the editor. Now here we have this underscore calc sheet. I'll just select this, go to this property. Here we have this visible, and here it says Excel sheet visible. We'll click here, and here it says Excel sheet very hidden. I can just select this. Now, if you go back to the Excel sheet, right click, you can still see that this is grayed out. That is, you don't have the option of unhiding it. This option itself is disabled so that you cannot unhide this. So if you want to hide the sheets, you can hide the sheets in the backend, that is in VB editor. We'll go here. So this sheet is hidden. Then I'll go to this dashboard 2 underscore calc. I'll say hidden. So it is very easy for me to go and check those sheets which are calculation sheet. Let me select this. All the sheets, you can just make it very hidden so that you cannot unhide it from front end. Right. If you go here, you can see that. Right click, you still cannot see that. Unhide option enabled because you have made it hidden, very hidden. Now let's go here. You can see that all the sheets are there. Now let's say I want to hide this data sheet and menu sheet. Let's go back. We can select this data sheet. Here we have the sheet and say very hidden. Then the menu sheet also will select, say very hidden. Done. So this is first thing what we have to do. Now you can see that I have only the report sheet what we have to say display, or the dashboard sheets or say reporting sheets which has to be shown for the user, or the report sheet which the user will see. Right. The next step is hiding these row headers. Let's go to this view, and here I have these headings. Just click on these headings. You can see that the headings are gone. So by doing this, we'll get some space actually. That is, the readability is more. The space is actually utilized. Let's go to this dashboard 2. This sheet also will go and we'll say heading. We'll do this for all the other sheets as well. If you see, I'm getting some space here. All right. Next is making it full screen. That is, we'll go here, we'll make this full screen. But what we'll do is we'll write a code for this, because every time I cannot go and keep on saying that it has to be full screen here. So for this, we'll go Alt F11. We'll write the code in this workbook. Let's double click on this. Here I'll click on this workbook. It says workbook open. So when I open the workbook, you can see that which sheet I need to open. Say for example, I need to open this dashboard 3 sheet. So when I open a workbook, so this sheet has to be opened. So what I'll do, I'll go here, dashboard 3, what is the sheet name? So it is dashboard 3 only. I'll say dashboard 3 dot activate. Now if you say this, once I open the workbook, even if I've saved the file, let's say I'll save this file in this WCase report VBA sheet. Now I'll just close this. And if you open the sheet or open this workbook and enable this, so you can see that automatically it's coming to this dashboard 3 sheet. Right. Now if you see this, all the reports here in this sheet, I can easily select this. That is, there are chances that someone can delete this. I need to protect this sheet. So what we can do, we'll go again to this workbook. If you want to protect that, say dashboard 3 dot protect. If you think you want to give a password, you can give a password here. Just give one space. I'll just give 123 as of now. This will protect the sheet. So this will run when we open the sheet itself. Now when I close and open this workbook, automatically the code will run. It will activate this sheet. Let's say I'll save it somewhere here in this sheet. Close this. Now if I open that workbook, you can see that it is opening this sheet. Now I cannot select this sheet because I have protected the sheet. I'll go here to unprotected, say here unprotect the sheet. It will ask for the password. If you have given the password, it will ask for the password. I'll just say 123 and you can edit it if you want. Again, you can run that code while opening, and somewhere you can just put this protect code which will protect your sheet like this. Right, this is another one. Next is, suppose if you want to make it full screen. So I wanted to make it as full screen. So we saw how to activate the sheet. Now I want to make it full screen. I'll say application dot display full screen equals true. If I say display full screen equals true, what will happen is when I'm actually opening this workbook, it will activate this dashboard 3 sheet. It will activate this, it will protect, and it will make my application full screen. Let me just close this. Now I'll open the workbook. See that it becomes full screen like this. So we have a lot of space here. So the user will have a lot of space here. You can utilize this space for creating more reports, or you can see that without any menus here, because let's say escape, we can see that this menu or this ribbon, whatever is there, this will occupy lot of space, wherein if you hide this, I'll get more space to see these reports. So this is another step what you have to do. Right. Apart from this, I was actually protecting the sheet. So for every sheet, you can go here and you can mention here. Suppose if you think that you want to protect all the sheets while opening itself, either you can protect this sheet manually like this. But if you think that you want to protect it, we'll go to this editor. You can mention all these sheets in the workbook here in the beginning only. Say, I'll just put that dashboard 1. Dashboard 1 sheet is sheet 2 here. Sheet 2 dot protect. I'll just give 123. If you don't want to give any password, you don't have to mention here. Then we have this sheet 4. So we should have renamed it. Since I'm not renamed it, I'm just using the same sheet name, whatever is there. Protect. Say 123. Then the next one is this one we already protected. Then this report VBA, that also will protect. Say WKS report VBA dot protect. Say 123. Right. Now, if I open the workbook, I'm just running now only here directly I'm running. So if you go here, all the sheets will be protected here like this. You cannot select any of the objects here like this. So this way also you can actually create the reports. So here you might get error because we have protect the sheet. So in this code, what you have to do, you have to write the code here for unprotecting. So wherever you feel that you have protected the sheet, you have to write the code for unprotecting as well, because here there are some data which will copy and paste, and if it is protected we cannot paste that, so we get this error. So we have to go and check all these things as well if you are protecting the sheets. Right. So after all this, once my dashboard is ready and I'm hiding the sheets, then I'm protecting all the sheets and making it full screen, and in the end, finally, the codes, whatever we have written, this should not be seen by other users. So we have to protect this code as well. So for protecting the code, what we can do is we can go here in this Project Explorer, just right click anywhere. I'll just right click. It has something called as VBA Project Properties. Just click on this VBA Project Properties. Here we have this protection. Let's go to this protection. Say lock project for viewing. You have to enable this. Here it asks for password. I'm just giving this 123 here. Try to give some bigger password so that it will be difficult to crack, and keep in mind that this is not so secure like what we think. There are some say third-party tools or some apps which will crack this password as well. So for that, what you do is just try to give some bigger password so that it will be difficult for the other password cracker to crack this easily. So if you give smaller ones, it will be very easy for that cracker to easily crack that password. If you give something big, then it will take some more time for that, or some crackers will not take above 8 characters. So there are some chances like that also. So make sure that you'll give some difficult to crack kind of passwords. So make it something like this, say mix of capital letters, small letters, numbers, special characters, something like that. All right, so I've protected this code. Now let me go here. I will save this and I'll close this. Just closing it. Now let me open this. Now the code has to be protected along with the sheets. If you see that, it becomes full screen. Now let's go to this editor. Now you can see the code has been protected here. So we cannot see that code. So if you want to see that code, we have to give the password and then only we can open. Otherwise, no one can see the code here. Now if you want to edit that, again I'll say 123, say okay. Now I can edit all the codes here. Now this doesn't mean that every time I have to go and keep giving the password. The password is one time unless and until you remove it. Suppose if you still want to change the password, you just have to right click project, go here and change this password. So this time I'll say 12345. This is you're trying to change the password here. Now the password got changed. Next time when you're actually opening, so you have to use that password, that is the recently updated password. The password, whatever is there, once you open this, that is once you give the password and open this, you have to close it and open, then only that will get activated. Now let me close this. Now let's open that file. Okay, let's go to that editor. Now if I say 123, say enter, it will say invalid password because we just updated it. Let's go ahead and say 12345. Now it will get opened. Now once I enable this, once I open this password, now unless and until you close and open, that will be unprotected. You can see that it is unprotected. So the password whatever we are giving in editor will be it will be protected only when you close the file and then open the file. So these are some of the skills what you have to use in the end of the dashboard to deploy the project to the, or deploy the dashboard to the client or the user, whoever it is. But before this, when you're actually starting the dashboards, to recap all the things whatever we have done, you have to first plan, get the data, design the layouts, design the reports, and then align that properly and try to create some sheets for the reports, and something related to that we have to create the calculation sheets and see the navigations how it has to happen, and then write the codes wherever necessary and use the controls like filters or the checkboxes or slicers or whatever you want. You can just try to use that wherever necessary and make sure that you will not mess up with the dashboards with so many charts or tables or formats or something. Make it very simple. So for that, I told you, plan it properly in the beginning only, so that you'll not struggle in the end after creating so many charts, so many reports, and you're confused from where to where you need to navigate. So instead of struggling in the end, do the planning in the beginning only, so that you'll not get confused in the end. Then later on, what you do is try to do all these formatting things, whatever we did, that is hiding the headers, hiding the grid lines, then make it full screen, and make sure that you'll have a landing page where you can land the page when I open the workbook, and also protect the code. So these are the steps what you have to follow while creating this dashboards reportings. If there are any automations to be done within the dashboard itself, you can write the codes within dashboard itself, or you can also have the automation tool outside the dashboard to copy and paste inside this dashboard as well.